Hi, this is Matt with LSAT Cracked. In this lesson, we're going to be discussing principal questions. Now, there are two types. There are ones where you're asked to add a principle into an argument to strengthen it. I'm going to show you, you already have those skills. And another one where they give you a principle in the stimulus and you're asked to apply it to select the answer choice that correctly applies that principle. Let's start with the strengthening one. It's very straightforward. It's a strengthening question. You already know how to do this. The key is this. The word principle simply is a fancy word for an if-then statement. It's an arrow statement. So all you're doing is taking an argument that is probably currently lacking an arrow statement and plugging in an arrow statement in an attempt to strengthen the argument. All you have to do is identify the conclusion in that argument and make sure that one of two things happens in the answer choice. You either want your conclusion to be in the necessary condition of the correct answer choice, or you want the opposite of your conclusion to be in the sufficient condition of the answer choice, because that's how the contrapositive works. Okay, let's take a very simple example. Daniel stole a piece of bread. Therefore, Daniel's action was morally wrong. Okay, think about it. It's a very simple argument. One premise, he stole a piece of bread. Conclusion, his action was morally wrong. That's the conclusion, morally wrong. That's what we want to see when we construct our ideal answer choice. We draw an arrow on our page. We put morally wrong in the necessary condition. Any answer choice that has morally wrong in the sufficient condition, automatically the wrong answer, because you'll never be able to conclude the sufficient condition. So we either want to see morally wrong in the necessary condition with one of our facts that we actually had in the sufficient condition, such as if you steal, it's morally wrong, or stealing is always morally wrong. That would work. Or we want to see not morally wrong, which is the opposite of our conclusion, in the sufficient condition, because that's how the contrapositive works, right? So an example of that might be something like, it is not morally wrong to take a piece of bread only if one has already paid for that bread. Okay, that's a required condition. In order to not be morally wrong to take something, you have to pay for it. Well, guess what? In our example, Daniel stole it. He obviously did not pay for it. So because the necessary condition is failed, the sufficient condition fails. So we're able to activate the contrapositive and arrive at a conclusion that says Daniel was morally wrong in his actions. In the next lesson, we'll take a look at how to apply a principle that you're given in the stimulus as an arrow statement, again, and apply it to one of 5 arguments in the answer choices to arrive at the correct argument that applies that principle.